Hey, how are you? Welcome tonight. I appreciate you guys joining me in here. So, welcome. We have about 3 minutes before everything gets kicked off. So, I would like to welcome you here to tonight's session of Ask a Coach. So, come on in and get cozy. We have some things that we're going to be talking about tonight. So, as usual, I got to make sure everything is all set up and everybody is all good. So, if you're having problems, trying to get in, trying to see what's going on and so forth, do me a favor. There I'm going to be putting a link inside of the chat so that you can join me in the room. So now I'm live with you guys, and I hope you guys are here. So I'm going to go and put this in the chat there. I think on Facebook, I'm looking at it right now. Got to do what I always do is edit that post of mine, and as always, having to get it together in order and make sure that you guys can see everything. So let me get it all together now. So let's make sure that the world can see it. So let me edit it. Friends, public, go. All right. So we should be here. Ask a Coach. I am glad that you guys are here joining me tonight. So come on in, like and share. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to check our LinkedIn pages as well. We got 2 minutes, right? 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. So if you're here and you're going to be wondering, like, what are we going to be talking about right now? Come on in and get a nice seat on your chair, take some notes. I would love to see you here. So come on in and enjoy yourself. So let me go ahead and share my screen. I think everybody's there. I see everyone on the different social medias. So I do have one more to check, and it's still from there. And I know if you are on Instagram, come on over to my Facebook page, come on over to my Facebook page or to um um what is it, YouTube channel, or come in the Zoom room. You can absolutely come into the Zoom room. If you come into the Zoom room, I'm here in the Zoom room with you. So you can come here, you can ask questions directly of me right here and now. So please come on in. Let me now want to go ahead and share the screen now, so you can see what we're going to be talking about tonight. So we are 1 minute away. 1 minute away. Let me put the one finger up, right? 1 minute away from getting started. So come in, like and share, like and share, like and share. I want you guys to enjoy the information that you're getting. I hope that you get a good dose of knowledge today. Like I said, I'm sharing my screen right now, so everybody should be able to see what I'm sharing. So let's see. I want to make sure you guys can see what I'm sharing. Are you seeing it? Doesn't seem that way. So let me go and say right here and make sure I'm sharing the right thing. So yeah, it says I'm sharing. Got it. Yeah, it says I'm sharing. Good. I'm like, I want to make sure you can see it. It's like 6 o'clock and I want to kind of get started, and I appreciate you guys being here today. So thank you so much for coming in. And thank you so much for joining me today. So I'd like to welcome you so you guys can see the title of where we are and what we're talking about today. So welcome you to today's session of Ask a Coach-sultant with me, Rolanda Michele. So come on in, like and share, and get ready for today's session, because today we're going to talk about discuss like strategic growth. And we always talking about being strategic. Those are just one of those things that I really work on with my clients about being more strategic in their organizations. And as business evolves, innovation becomes essential, right? And we have to think about that. We have to think about that because when you're thinking about, you know, being innovative, right? There's a challenge that comes along with that. And the challenge comes along with maintaining alignment to your core values, those core values that are actually defining your company and your business. So today and tonight, in this episode, what we're going to talk about and explore like how to innovate while staying true to what matters most in your organizations, and as well as the stakeholders, right? So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Because, and trust me, I want you to get in here. We're going to give you some practical um reasons how to implement it. We're going to tell you why you should be thinking about it that way. We're going to show you what the ROI is, and we're going to give you some benefits. So you're going to figure out what's in it for you to even do this. Why would this be even beneficial? And we're going to get into all of that tonight. So I want you to sit down and join me for the next half an hour. So feel free to come into the chats. I come into the Zoom room if you want. And I would love, 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 love to engage with you. Now, let's dig in, right? Let's dig into this. So we want to talk about the importance of innovation in business. And people always are talking about innovation in business all the time. This is not anything new, right? Innovation is not an optional thing for your business when you want to grow. It really isn't. Innovation is the engine that drives your business growth. It drives your business and it allows you to stay relevant, competitive, and adaptive to changes in the market and consumer expectations. Because let's be honest, customers' expectations change. The way people do business change. If you think about how the way people usually have used to do business in 2019 compared to what they're doing today, it has changed. Consumers have different expectations. So we have to adapt to that. So, so when you're thinking about that, all the adaptation and changing and being innovative, you got to think that it's easy to get caught up, right, in the rush of innovating, and then also lose sight of what makes your business unique, your values, right? Because your values is what is the core essence of your business, right? It's the heart and soul of your business. It is who you are as an organization. So when you're innovative, you want to make sure that you are absolutely staying close to those things, those core values. But sometimes they could get lost on the back burner because you're trying to keep up with the Joneses, and when it comes down to business. So I will tell you to stay focused on, this particular next half hour. We're going to be talking about being innovative, but also staying close to those core values, right? And because it's important for you as a business to stay close to those things. So why are core values should be, should guide your growth? Why should we even take it? We need to grow, right? We need to grow about this stuff. And you're like, what about this core values? Look, this is something I discussed before in more detail in a previous episode of Ask a Coach, right? Core values provide a foundation that keeps your business grounded, right? And ensures that you don't lose sight of who you are as you grow, right? Because you don't want to turn around and realize that this is not who I am. This is not the company that I set out to build. So when you understand those core values and you stay true to them as you innovate and as you grow, you will always be the company that you want to be. When you think about core values, they build trust, right? They build that trust with your customers and your employees and your stakeholders. And it also preserves your unique culture that actually defines you as an organization. And I've said this before, that this is going to be something that it won't be a nice to have. To become competitive, you're going to really need to have some level of core values and stick to them, because people are looking, people are watching. So when you're thinking about that, right? And we're talking about it, we want to sit there and say, well, there's a dilemma here, right? The core value dilemma. How do you maintain your core values while you're innovating, right? Look, innovation can sometimes feel at odds with maintaining your core values, because you're so focused on innovating and becoming better and growth that those core values kind of may go to the back burner. New ideas often change traditional methods and processes, and even your company's identity, right? However, businesses that successfully are able to balance the two often find a greater long-term success because they innovate and they keep themselves aligned with those values, right? There's nothing wrong with innovating. There's nothing wrong with changing and adapting, but it's the core value of your company is what you want to make sure. It's almost like your soul of your company, as people always talk about the soul of who you are, that you might change what you look like, but who you are intrinsically is the same. And that's the same difference when we're talking about core values of a business. It's who you are as a business, as an organization. And those core values should drive your decision making, should drive the innovation. It should not become on the back burner of your innovative processes. Okay. So we want to think about that and keep that in our heads. So there's a challenge here, right? That balance. Like, how do you balance, innovation and value? There is a balance there, right? Because we have to really think about that. Because the real challenge comes like when your business are forced to innovate but feel the tension of staying true to your values. Like, what is priority, right? Balancing these two can be difficult, but it is essential for your long-term success. Innovation must be done in a way that strengthens your values, not undermines them. You understand that? So that's what I'm saying, that your values should always be at the core of what you're doing, and always should be the thing that's underlining and right there the whole time, and not an afterthought. Whatever you're doing, the services that you offer, the way you're offering them, new services that you developed, the way you're doing your processes, the way that you're doing any type of innovation in the systems that you're using, even your partners that you're choosing, all should align at the end with your core values, right? They should never be at odds with your core values. What you do should never be at odds with your core values, because if you do, then that changes everything. That changes everything. And then you might be creating a business that is not what you wanted to build or you thought you were going to build, right? So let's talk about this for a second. You're like, all right, yeah, sounds good. Sounds good, lady. Hey, I don't understand what you're talking about. So in the next couple of slides, I'm going to show you two examples of companies that have aligned their innovation and their values. Understanding that, hey, maybe, and then one of them is maybe, a little controversial, but hey, but at the end, the values that they have expressed, they stayed true to them when they innovated. And we're going to talk about Patagonia and Tesla, right? So let's talk about it. Let's talk about the first one, right? So Patagonia, it's innovative, right? They're very innovative. So let's look at that. They innovate in using like sustainable materials. And I talk about this in one of my classes before. I might even mention this before on one of the lives, but they use sustainable materials. It has not only kept them, it has not only kept them like competitive, right? But it also has reinforced their commitment to the environment and their environmental stewardship, right? By staying true to their values while innovating, they cultivated a loyal customer base that aligns with their mission. The other thing I'm going to say, if you look at their products, they're not cheap. They're not cheap. They're not like, oh, they're not bottom bases. They're able to get that premium price because people are willing to support that mission and pay that premium price. People like, hey, you know what? We're paying a little bit more because they're using sustainable materials as opposed to those throwaway materials, because they have an environmental stewardship that they hold true to, that we will mind giving them a little bit more because we see what they're doing with it, right? So it's not like, oh well, if I do this, there's people will pay more money for it. They absolutely will. If they believe in your product and they believe in your culture, they have no problem, is with affordability, of course, if they will pay for those items, because, and sometimes they pay more because of your culture, because of your mission, right? So it's not like, oh well, you're gonna lose money. That's not what's gonna happen. Not at all. So the next one we're going to talk about is Tesla, right? Tesla, on the other hand, disrupted the automotive industry with its electric vehicles by maintaining a laser focus on sustainability, right? They innovated it, innovation is always aligned with their mission to reduce carbon emissions, which has, helped position them as a leader in both technology and sustainability. Right. So you can say whatever you want to say about the owner of Tesla, right? But when you think about what the mission was, what the stated mission was, right? Let's talk about what's stated. Let's not get into the politics about it or likability. The stated mission of it did that, right? It did that, right? It was able to balance cutting edge technology with their mission to reduce carbon emissions. They were able to do that. And as we know, Teslas aren't cheap. Like they're not $5 cars, right? They're able to get that premium price because of what they're offering. And because they know that, hey, the money that we're going to, people feel as though the money we're going to give to them will go back into whatever they're going to do the next time around. Yeah, and then there may be, I don't like the way this one looks or that looks, but at the end, what is happening is, at the end, when you think about what he's doing, is staying true to their mission, right? And it has been beneficial to both of these companies. It has been beneficial to both of those companies. So when you're thinking like, okay, all right, I hear you. So think about strategies for balancing your innovation and your values, because there's a way that you need to make sure that you're doing it right. And in the next few slides, we're going to talk about that as well as the role of leadership in this. So when you're thinking about the strategy, these are three things that you can think about. These are three strategies that will help you innovate without losing your values. Okay, these are three quick things that you can think about and start implementing, and we'll get into how you can practically implement and give you some questions to ask to move forward. But the first thing I want to talk about is make sure your innovation goals align with your values. So when you're being innovative and when you're trying to move forward, when you're trying to build, make sure that things that you're doing align with your values. The second thing you want to do is involve your key stakeholders in innovative processes. Like, you want to make sure you do that. And finally, you regularly review your innovations to ensure that they still are aligned with your mission. Right? You want to make sure that whatever you're doing is actually aligning with your mission. And additionally, it is essential to create feedback loops. These feedback loops will measure your success of your innovation while checking and seeing that it also continues to reflect your values. So even though you're looking at this and you're assessing it, you want to have feedback loops, because you can assess it by looking at it by far, but you need to get what people are thinking, your customers are thinking, what your stakeholders are thinking, what the employees are thinking. You want to get that feedback, because that feedback is really going to take you further, right? So how do you maintain this balance? Like, okay, I want to be innovative, but I want to stay true to my core values, but I need to find that balance because I need to move forward. Everything's about balance. Everything's about balance that we're doing in our lives. So the key to value-driven innovation is ensuring that every new idea or product aligns with your company's values. And I can't say that more too much. I can't say it too much, because it's true. When your innovation is aligned, it fosters trust, like I said, and loyalty with your customers. You got to remember that. We want to make sure that they know who you are and what you're doing. That's important. And creating those guardrails that keep your innovation on track with your core principles is crucial for long-term success. You have to make sure that that's going on. You have to assess it. You have to make sure they're aligned. You have to get evaluation. You have to get those feedback loops, because you have to know if you're missing the mark, or if you're starting to veer away from where you thought you were going. It's important that we do that. And when you're thinking about it, like, all right, I saw that Tesla stuff, and I hear that Patagonia, whatever that company is, stuff, and if you don't know what it is, so let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about uh the leaderships in it. What does that mean, right? What does that mean? The leaderships. So, because your leaders always have a role in this, right? Your leaders set the tone. Leaders play a pivotal role in maintaining the balance between innovation and values. They set that tone across the organization. They set the tone for leaders, anybody above that, below them, and across. We have to understand that they set that tone and direction of how innovation will take place in the company, right? They set it up, right? And if they're wishy-washy about it, everybody else will be wishy-washy about it. They must encourage creativity and progress while making sure that these innovations that they are creating and putting in place also align and stay true to the company's foundational principles. We don't want them to stray away from there. We don't want them to go off the guardrails. That is what the leadership role is. And as a leader, you need to understand that when you create those core values, you need to be evaluating everything and making sure that you're staying true to those things. When you're saying true to your core values, you will become profitable. People will see that you mean it. It's not a catchphrase. It's not a catchphrase. It's something that you actually mean to your core about who you are as a business, as an organization, and everything that you're doing there, you know, um, and your organization will align to it. So as a leader, you might say, all right, that's a lot. You know, what's in it for me? What's in it for me? Yeah, I see all that stuff. You keep talking about the stuff. What's in it for me? Well, I'm going to tell you what's in it for you. There is a return on your investment for your value aligned innovations. There is. And you can see right there what we're talking about. Businesses that successfully align innovation with their core values see significant returns. There is no doubt about that. So studies have shown that companies with value-driven innovation experience, I'm going to read this, 32% higher customer loyalty and are 58% more effective at retaining top talent, right? And this is because customers and employees alike are drawn to organizations that stay true to their mission. They stay true to their mission, even when they evolve, even when they innovate, right? So when you're thinking about, is it worth it? It absolutely is. And you can see you got this from Harvard Business School and Dynamic Business. So I'm not getting these facts from like, oh, just making this up. This is true. So it's not like, oh, okay, 32% higher customer loyalty. And I'm just going to say this as a business coach and as an executive coach and as a consultant. It is easier to retain a customer than it is to get new customers. That doesn't mean you don't want to get new customers. You don't want to get new leads and things of that nature. But if you can continue to get a customer to come back because of brand loyalty, that is awesome. Those customers also become your advocates for you, right? They put other people, hey, you know what? This place is great because they believe in what you're doing as well. Not just the product that they got, but the organization that you are. It does mean something. People go to work for people and organizations that are doing something they feel is valuable. Well, this company is great and they do these wonderful things. They have these great values and they hold true to those values. And I just love being a part of this organization. This is the truth. So, retaining top talent, how hard is it to find the talent, to train it, to interview the talent, to hire the talent, to to get them there, to train them, to retain them? It's a lot. And if you can keep 58% more for a business, there's a lot of money in gathering new talent. Why not keep the ones that you have, especially when they're doing a good job, right? So there is a return on investment for this. I'm trying to put these things in here more now because I don't want people to think I'm just talking and philosophizing out of my wazoo. There is research that goes behind these Ask Coach sessions. There is a reason why it works. This is not just a oh well, this is a nice to have. She's just talking. I'm telling you facts and I'm telling you why that these things are important, even though they may not seem as high up right now. But I'm going to talk about how this long-term vision in a few more slides. But let's think about the framework. So if you're thinking about, all right, I want to do it, well, what's the framework? So there is a framework. This framework shows how to innovate, and and you become innovative, um, and and have a value-driven processes, right? So it starts with just identifying your core goals. Have you done that? And we'll talk about that later. Identify your core goals as an organization and then developing innovative goals. And making sure that the strategies and align those strategies and with those goals and making sure everything is aligned. And finally, implementing and monitoring it to ensure you stay course because there's always that developing those and aligning those. You need to always develop and make sure everything is aligned to your, business objectives. I always say make sure everything's aligned to your business objectives and your business goals. But also now I'm going to tell you, add another layer to that, to your values as well. As an organization, does this, what we're doing, align to our values? Ask that second question. And you'll always stay true to doing that. So this is just a framework that you can use. So here are some practical tips to do. So and this is just easy, just little practical tips to think about it. So here are some, they are, and how you can implement a value aligned innovation for your business. So start by conducting a values audit, right? Okay, remember I just asked you the first things like identifying your values, like do you know what they are, right? So start right there. Start by conducting a audit, a value audit, before kicking off any innovation product, right? And you want to make sure that it aligns, there's alignment there. Develop a clear innovation strategy that includes alignment checks and at every stage to make sure you're staying aligned. And make sure that that you involve your employees in the process. And I told you about that before. Involve employees in process helps with change management, help them stay engaged, and get them bought in on what you're doing. This will help you stay grounded in your company's values. If you keep these couple of things done, this will help you stay grounded in your values as an organization. So I can tell you this is what you can do today. Today or tomorrow, this evening, depending on when you're watching it. To get started, you just have to begin by, like I said, auditing your current innovative strategies to see if they do align with your company's values and affirm the role of your core values in your innovation, right? You want to make sure say, hey, we are as an organization going to reaffirm these are our core values and everything that we're doing to do is going to align with our core values. So you want to make sure that you do those things, right? And involve the key stakeholders in building those strategies for the future growth as well. So you want to make sure that these are things you can do right now, right? See, make sure everything's aligned, and then taking the next step and say everything that we're doing and everything that we have done or we're going to do or planning to do will align with our core values. And you get those key stakeholders and make sure that all developing those innovative strategies that are aligned to your core values. If you just do like the first two, you're already on your way. Like maybe you're not doing any changes now, but you can the change could be absolutely inside of your organization. You may not be doing an innovation of doing a system implementation of changing something or anything like that, but you can absolutely take a moment and making sure that the strategy or the implementation that you're going to be doing is ensuring that you are aligning everything or everything that's going on is aligned to your core values. Taking that moment will absolutely help you and set you up for the long term, right? Because in the long term, when you're thinking about it, this being an innovative company is not innovative, is not about the short term. It's not a quick fix. It's a long-term journey. Innovation should be seen that way. It should be seen as a long-term journey, not just as quick fix, instant problem, immediate problem solution. When innovation is aligned with your core values, it is not only, it does not only drive your short-term growth, right? But it ensures long-term sustainability. Businesses that stay true to their values will continue to innovate, um, are ones that will achieve long-lasting success. Um, like I said, I've been saying, with the other as a coach, there is a group of marketing segment, should I say, that absolutely makes decisions based off of a business's core values. Like, and we have to think about that. Core values could be, maybe I may not make my decision solely on core values, right? But it might be the deciding factor from A and B options. And there are people that are actually starting to lead with, if you're not even part of their, you're not even showing the core values that they align themselves with, or they feel is valuable, and they don't look at your core values, you won't even be in consideration. And this group of people are coming of age and getting older, right? And the group of people that don't necessarily consider core values are getting older and passing on. I'm just saying that the people that are going to be out here spending the dollars that you're trying to get, they care about this. So when you're thinking about long-term success, you need to think this as a more return. We talked about that ROI. We talked about the fact that, they're, 32% of a customer loyalty, like, because of those core values. It is a return in this. So I would not say that this is something that should be thought of as something as a quick fix or something to do right now, but it's something that you should aim to be part of your organization and your strategic planning and how you move forward as an org. Okay. I really think that, this is something that's really important. So I want to ask you a question to you. Like, how are you balancing innovation and values right now? How are you doing it? Like, what are you doing? How are you balancing these things? And like I said, this is about you now. Right? I just, this is about you. I want you to take a moment and I want you to reflect and think about these things. How are you balancing them? How are you balancing innovation and your values? Are you fully aligned in your company, and everything you're doing with your values, your innovation with your values? Are they fully aligned? Where do you see gaps? Do you see gaps? Are there gaps, right? And how might you realign your efforts to foster both growth and authenticity? Because that's what you need to figure this out, right? Let's think about that. And where might you need to meet more balance? Right? Where might you need more balance? So this part right here is not about me. This part right here is all about you. This is about what you do as an organization, how you feel like in an organization, what's going on with you in your organization, and how you build that organization, um, and making sure that they're aligned. Like I said, this is not a short-term idea. This is not a short-term. Um, this is not a short-term um, solution. This is a long-term journey. This is a long, and it's going to take you to long-term success. Long-term success. Nothing about this is short-term. So when you're thinking about this, when you're digging into this, I want you to really take a moment and reflect on how your organization is doing right now. How is your organization doing right now? Okay. So What what can I tell you? I can tell you that I've worked with some clients that have made this a goal. I work with clients that realize that this is something that they need to do. It's not a nice to have. It is a we have to get this done because of making sure that we stay aligned and strategic and competitive in the marketplace. Right. This is something that I found with a lot of clients. So if you're struggling to find a balance between between innovation and staying true to your values, I'm here to help you. I actually am. Like I said, I'm a coach, I'm a consultant, I do all these things. You see a QR code on a screen, feel free to scan that and book a free discovery call. I'm here with, I'm here. And so is my team. My team and I, we specialize in helping businesses like yours develop innovative solutions while staying true to their core values, right? Whether you need strategic consulting to build an innovation roadmap, or leadership coaching and workshops to foster innovative mindset for your leadership or even for your whole organization. If we do that, we can provide that support that you need to succeed in this. Like I said, this is not like a nice to have. This is something you're going to have as you move forward into the future. We work with you to assist you in building strategies that drive growth without compromising what matters to you as a business. That's what we are going to do. I want to repeat that we work with you. We don't come in with all the answers. We're not going to change your organization, change the culture. We're going to work with you inside of your culture to make sure that those innovations that you want to have and that culture that you have and those core values that you have all align for you, for your business, for your employees, for your teams, for your customers. We want to make sure that we help you with that. And we have been, like I said, we do consulting workshops, and we do ongoing support to help you maintain it and transition into that, right? Not just coming in and leaving you alone doing that. So my team and I are here. We are absolutely here. And so if you're interested in learning more about what we can do and how to explore it, and how to apply these strategies within your organization, want any more information about what this means or how we can help you, even if it's not this subject or something else, I invite you to reach out for a free discovery call. A free discovery call is free. Okay. And you can go ahead and schedule a call today, right? And I look forward to hearing from you. The link is the link is on the screen, but the link is also in the chat as well. So if you're looking for a partner, if you're looking for a partner, looking for some help, we're here to do it. That's what we do. That's what we love to do. We love to help our clients find those solutions that best suits them. Yes, we have best practices. We understand what best practices are, but we also understand the individuality of businesses that we have to allow you to have that, because that individuality, that culture, what you are, who you are, actually is that value, right? That is your value proposition. And what will we look like to come in here and change your value proposition for you? That just wouldn't make any sense, right? It just wouldn't make any sense at all. So we don't do that. We don't do that at all. Right. So feel free to reach out to us. We're here. We want to talk to you. I would love to talk to you to see if I can help you. My team would love to talk to you, see what we can do and cultivate an innovative type of innovation with that idea of core values, to help you develop core values, to help you find out what they are and how to make sure that everything is aligned to them. And we work, on our core competencies is around organizational strategies, operational efficiencies, and we do these things. We actually do at a level of, hey, do you have values that you want to add into it? We automatically do it because we understand that. We understand the importance of it. So please reach out to us. So I want to tell you something. I want to tell you thank you. I want to tell you thank you for joining to me today for this session on balancing innovation and with your company's core values. And I hope you found something very insightful for this, right? And don't forget, if you are, don't forget, I'm here. And if you have questions, feel free to use the Ask a Coach form. It's free. You can submit your questions for free and get them answered here for free. You don't pay to see me. So if you submit your questions, I answer your questions, right? So I'm here every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern, to answer those questions that you submit. And I'm here to support you on your journey. So ask your questions if you're not ready to do the discovery call. Fine. Go ahead and submit your questions, and I'm here and I will answer them every single Wednesday at 6 p.m. So I want to tell you that if you submit your questions, they'll be in a future Ask a Coach session. So we value your time to come in and joining with me. I value your questions and submissions. And I thank you for joining me today, as always. And I look forward from hearing from you and seeing you soon. So have a great evening. Like and share this content if you know anybody that might be able to use this information. It's here for you. I'm here for you. And I always would like to tell you thank you for joining me in this evening. And I'll gladly see you next